Hi, this is Jane at Jane Creates. Welcome to my January bullet journal setup video. The theme of this setup would be Michelle Branch's 2001 album, The Spirit Room. As I was trying to deconstruct whatever is in this booklet, art-wise, there's not much to go on with, but it's fine. There's just some blue and red and some pattern, so it would be very easy to recreate. And I'm also referring to her second album, Hotel Paper, for the frame me kind of design. These spreads you see over here is inspired by Creative Minds Coffee Grinds. You can check out her setup videos with these pages. So now we're on the color page. I tested this kind of technique the other day. So I'm using watercolor for the whole setup. So what I do is that I put a thin layer of water on this paper so that when I put the watercolor on, the color gets quite flowy and it gets that kind of mix and match and dreamy kind of feeling. As I do the erasing of the pencil guide, you can see I'm using a tabletop cleaner here. It's a little carved by Midori and it's very funny, I think. So again, I put water and some blue and red color, but there is a disaster over here. Maybe you can see there are squares of color that are not going anywhere. I think it's because of the washi tape that I put over there. And I wrote the mini calendar here. And I ripped off the washi tape. The ripping is not very smooth. And I cut on the album covers and put it on. Using the letter stamps, it'll be a lot easier than the previous one I did. And this quote is a lyric from her song You Get Me. It says, "Some say I'm paranormal, so I just bend their spoon." I really love this young attitude. I mean, when you grow up, when some say you're paranormal, you just go back and try to be normal, you know. This is You Get Me lyrics. I like it quite a lot. And I remember seeing Michelle Branch's interview. She likes this quote very much too. And I'm ripping off these washi tape. And I do the stamping of January. A little bit more washi tape to match the pattern of the booklet. There are some ghosting. I don't know if you call it ghosting or bleeding, but it went through the page. It's bad, but I just let it go. I use the same technique for this page. On the side, I have 3 frames of blue, red, and blue again. Eventually, I think the colors look a little bit too American, you know, like in their flag. But it's fine, I give it up. Especially this one, I think it looks very American. But I'm not American, as you can tell by my accent, I guess. But the watercoloring is quite fun. And then I stamped on January. Now I started drawing this monthly view calendar. Very simple design. And I stamped on the days of the week with stamps as well. I think stamping is a very satisfying process, so I left it all in here. And then I wrote the days. Next page. Now it's a tracker here. Still, I use the same technique to mix the red and blue color. I think it's fun. It's kind of fun when you're familiar with it. As this is a third page I do, the mixing of watercolor, I get a little bit better, I guess. Oh, and as you can see, I am using 3 brushes. One for pure water, one for red and red for blue, one for blue. So I don't have to wash the brush too many times. For the mini trackers, I have no idea what to track yet. I'll come up with the ideas later after I finish this. You see the water here? The color flows with the water and it just along the edge of the water, and it will not go out of the edge, so it's really fun. And then I use this pen. It's not a fine liner, but I liked it. It's easier to use for me. This is a very satisfying process as well. Watercolor first, lining later. And this is a mood tracker. I am using just squares as the frames. I'm writing the days, and then I realized there's one more square. I have no idea how it came up. So I color the square black so that I don't have to worry about it. And then these are the index. I even use the wrong color ones. So it's basically also red and blue, but just different colors. And the crying face, oh my god. Now I'm stamping on the health management. It's actually another tracker as well. I have 2 columns on this page. The left side is weight tracker, the other side is sleep tracker. I slept too little during my past over 30 years. So one of the most important goals of my 2022 would be to sleep more, to get healthier. So these are the time I will track my sleep. And this is the weight. I'm not writing the numbers so that you don't know my weight. And here is my workout tracker as well. You see the squares here because I will want to write the exact exercise that I did for the day. And the funny thing is, I'm not setting my goal to 20 times each month. It's going to be 16. And the extra 5 would be just extra. So that was the page I prepared from yesterday. I color them red and blue as well. What I'll do is that I will cut them off to little squares and rectangles to do the decoration for these weekly spread. I did some kind of design, but I don't have to go exactly like the design. So for the day of the week, it's a 3 dot by 3 dot square, so I will cut them like that. And I will cut a lot of 3 by 3 squares. See, it would just be like that. And I will glue them on. This is how I would write the number of the day and the week. So the next page now. Excuse me for the noises. My boy is playing drums outside. And there are some construction near here. So I cut all the squares for the days. Putting them on is quite satisfying as well. And I cut the other squares for decoration as the exact measurements that I designed. But it's actually fine if I did a little off because it's just decoration. By the way, the background music you hear is me playing Michelle Branch's Everywhere, like one of her biggest hits on ukulele. Ukulele is a very simple musical instrument. You can try that if you want to. Then I glue them on, glue the rectangles on, and I stamp the number of week on, and I write the dates and the dividing lines. That's 1 weekly spread down, 3 more to go. Week 2 here, week 3, week 4. And here is my February bullet journal project tracker, planner and tracker. This would be the 3rd bullet journal video I do, so I still need a lot of tracking and planning. By the way, for this video, I did 3 hour, a little bit less than 4 hour of footage, and I cut it down to 70 minutes. But the last one I did, it took me a lot longer. I am progressing, yay! I was writing my plan. And then for the next page, first let's listen to the song. It's called All You Wanted, another of her big hit. So this is the Spirit Room 20th anniversary party. It is an online streaming concert. I love it very much. At a place called momenthouse.com. You can check it out there. There are some other musicians doing their concerts, streaming their concerts there. And what I do over here is I was recreating that Spirit Room, that concert setting. Of course, I didn't do that much of a good job, but to be honest, I'm very satisfied with what it becomes. As someone who is not that familiar with watercolor and I am not that artsy a person, I think it's good enough. These are the piano. I didn't draw her herself because it would be too difficult for me to draw a proper person. So the other side is album covers actually, but I just put them in color blocks. It'll be a lot easier for me to do. Yeah, if you're wondering about my voice is just like this, so please bear with it. And if you don't like my voice, you can tell me in the comments, so next time I will just do subtitling. But for me, I would prefer listening to someone telling me about things instead of me just watching it. And this one here, I think it's an amplifier. And now it's a floor. It should be something quite easy to draw, but to be honest, I don't like the result. It just looks dirty. So I'm stamping on the title, The Spirit Room. '20th anniversary party. And a date of the original concert. And then I'm outlining these color blocks so that they make a little bit more sense, or no, I just want to have a feeling that I did quite a lot of art. it's fun watching it back, you know. Just be brave and draw whatever you want. You don't have to be a great artist. Just give yourself a break. So here is my baby boy discovering the project again. He's 3 years old and he's the cutest thing I ever know. He's helping me to put back this watercolor plate. Okay, so he's gone. I'll continue. And so that I can cover up the dirty floor, I wrote a set list and glue it on. By the way, English is not my mother language, maybe you can tell. But I didn't write a full script, I just spoke freely. This is my first voiceover, so please excuse me. Now I do a lot of erasing, but this baby I need to introduce it to you. This is a tabletop cleaner, vacuum cleaner. It just works so well. And then I put on some washi tape to match the pattern. And actually to tie the pages together, especially these pages without the red and blue. Now it's a final flip through. I hope you like what I do, and if you don't, please also subscribe because you might see some big progress by the end of the year. The first 2 setups that I did were both themed after albums from over 20 years ago, but next month I've decided to do something a lot more recent. So please come back after a month. You might find something that you really like. See you!